Now that the smaller decisions, they have a framework, so they're like, psh, psh, out, you go out, you figure it out, you know what to do. You know, you are a plane. You are not a plane, but if you were to be a plane, or okay, if you were inside a plane, oh my God, I don't know why I didn't think of that, but I think that would have been an easier example. Do you understand what I'm meaning? Like, what's up everyone? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am the Marketing Nomad and my name is Prit. Okay guys, so today we're gonna be talking about my decision-making process. Now this has been something that I have actually kind of developed over the years, and a little bit of a backstory is that I actually posted this on Instagram, okay? And when I posted this on Instagram, I got such an amazing feedback that people were like, I did not even think I could make decisions this way, and you know, they were just in awe of the process. I mean, to me, it was just like, okay, it's a funny thing that I do. It's this weird thing that I do. And it turns out that a lot of people were really inspired by the process. So I decided that I would make a YouTube video on that and share a little bit more about the process with you, okay? So this is basically a decision-making process that I do for every aspect of my life, whether it is relationships, whether it is my personal life, whether it is for my business as well. Yes, it works so well for my business. And I'm going to give you examples of that as well, okay? So let me talk about how this came about. Okay, so basically I've had a very strong vision of how I wanted my life to be. Like right since the beginning, I always knew what kind of life I wanted to have. And somewhere along the way, okay, I think that I made a couple of bad decisions, one after the other, and I think that I forgot the vision that I had for myself. And not just forgot, I think that I was so far away from it that I did not know how to come back. I couldn't see a path to come back. And it was really scary, it was really daunting at that point. And I think that I was given an opportunity to reset my life. As I mentioned in the previous video, if you've not checked it out, definitely do. But I was given an opportunity to reset my life, and that's when I came up with this framework for myself, because I realized that even a small decision in my life could actually take me a huge way further from my vision path, I guess I would say. And it was, I think it's like a weird analogy to make, but have you noticed that when, you know, you are a plane, you are not a plane, but if you were to be a plane, or okay, if you were inside a plane, oh my God, I don't know why I didn't think of that, but I think that would have been an easier example. But for example, you're in a plane, okay? And at that point, if you move 1 degree, it's probably not gonna make a difference to you sitting in the plane. But when you move 1 degree, you actually, like if you extrapolate it, wow, I don't know how I'm gonna explain this, but when you extrapolate it, okay, it just gets bigger and bigger, even though it's just 1 degree. Do you understand what I'm meaning? Like, yes, I hope it was kind of like one of those sentences where you just start and then you hope you will catch yourself by the end of it. Okay, so yes, so over here it seems small, right? 1 degree, correct? But that 1 degree, when you extrapolate it, when you keep going on that path, you actually get really far from your end goal. And that's exactly what happened to me. And I started to understand that each decision has power. Okay? Each decision that you make in life weighs a lot. It might seem really silly or stupid or, I don't know, weird at the moment, but it has a huge impact on your life, on your journey, as the days go by, as you continue down that path. So when I got the chance to, you know, reset my life, I realized, okay, well, how do I keep making better decisions? Like, how do I make decisions that are in alignment with what I want my life to be? How can I consistently keep making the decisions that are in alignment? Because yes, I can make one decision. I mean, I wake up today and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to make a decision that is in alignment. And tomorrow I'm going to forget what exactly was my vision. And then I'm probably going to make a stupid decision that is going to take me further away. So I kind of knew my thought process, and I knew that I needed a framework, okay? And frameworks work really well with me. I like that, okay? These are rules that I keep for myself, and they've worked in the past. They work for my personal life. So I thought, okay, why not come up with a framework for decision making? And by far, it has changed the way I show up in my life. Like, I'm not even kidding, guys. It has come to a point where the decision-making process is so subconscious to me that I don't even think twice about the decisions that I make on an everyday basis. Okay? It's really, really powerful. Are you ready? Let's go. So my framework starts with 3 non-negotiables. Okay, so what I want you to do is pause this video if you want, take a piece of paper, take a pen, and write down 3 non-negotiables of your life. Okay, I'll give you my example. My example is peace of mind, happiness, stability. These are 3 things that are absolutely non-negotiable for me. These are 3 things that I envision my life to be. This is how I want each day of my life to align to. Okay, and this is something that is absolutely non-negotiable for me. Peace of mind, happiness, stability. Okay, it's taken me a long time to come to a conclusion to these non-negotiables because it takes some time for you to understand what exactly you want from life, where your vision is, what do you see yourself at the end of the day, like what determines a successful or an enriching life for you. Okay, so asking yourself these questions can help you get to a point where you're like, okay, all right, these are my 3 non-negotiables for life. All right, now once I did that, okay, I put a few rules in place so that I would adhere to the vision I had for my life. Now, rule number 1 is the decision is to be made only and only if it adds to all 3 of them, okay? Now, let me give you an example. This happened pretty recently, I think around, October of last year, if I'm not wrong, okay? So this is a personal life example that I'm giving you. So there was this friend that I really enjoyed talking to. They were really nice, happy conversations. However, they were overly critical of everything I did, and that was bordering on emotional abuse. Okay, so as much as there were happy conversations and I was happy to have them in my life, they did not add to my peace of mind. Okay, and yeah, it came to a point where it was bordering on emotional abuse, and it was a really tough decision for me to make. But at the end of the day, when I sat down and thought to myself, well, they are adding to my happiness bucket, but they're not adding to my peace of mind bucket, nor are they adding to the stability bucket because, well, their mood and the conversations were just all over the place. Like there was no stability even in the conversations, in the tone of the conversations, the emotions of the conversations and stuff like that. And I realized that if they're only adding to one bucket, it means as painful as it is in the moment, I have to let them go. And that's exactly what I did. It was really painful, I'm not gonna lie. But when I look back today, a few months down the line, I know that that was in alignment with the vision that I have in my life. The minute I did that, there was just a sense of peace and stability that enveloped me. And I realized that yes, as much as that was painful in the moment, it did lead to long-term happiness, it did lead to long-term peace of mind and long-term stability. Okay? I'd like you to take your non-negotiables, and the rule is, and I'm going to repeat it again, the decision is to be made in favor only if it adds to all 3 of them. Okay? Now I'll give you rule number 2. Now it's okay if it doesn't add or subtract to the 3 of them. Okay, and these would naturally be your everyday decisions, you know, going to the grocery store, or which book you want to buy, or, you know, your taxes, all of those things. So many different ways that you can go about this. It doesn't add, but it doesn't subtract, and you're okay with those decisions. Okay, you can totally be in favor of those decisions. Okay, so that's rule number 2. Now, rule number 3 is if it subtracts from any one of those buckets, anyone, it doesn't matter, it's out. It's a definite no. Okay, and I've given you a personal example for the first rule. Let me do a business example for this one, just so that you know how to apply these rules in different aspects of your life. Okay, so this was a decision that I had to make August 2021. It was really hard, but I'm gonna explain what exactly happened. So there was this business decision that I had to make that would have provided me with long-term stability. The money coming in was really, really good. It was extremely consistent, and like I said, it would have given me a long-term stability. However, it would have chipped away at my happiness bit by bit, you know, and I don't think I would have had any peace of mind because I was just not going to be happy. Okay, so it was actively subtracting from my happiness bucket, even though it was adding to my stability bucket. So the minute I realized that it was going to subtract from my happiness bucket, what do you think I did? Canceled it. It's been a few months now. I've given myself a lot of time to like think about it, and yes, of course, I do wonder, was it the right decision? And no questions, you know, it was the best decision that I made, and I do not have any regrets with it, because like I figured, you know, like how you don't exactly figure if that decision at the point of making the decision whether it is in alignment, but as you go, as life moves on, you realize whether it is in alignment or not. I have realized that it was in complete alignment, and because this entire framework has given me success over and over and over and over again, it has come to a point where this entire framework is subconscious for me. I don't even overthink it. I don't even think twice. If I feel that the rules have applied and the decision is a no, it just is a no. No questions asked. And if I've applied the rules and the decision is yes, then I move forward with it. It has helped me a lot in my personal life as well as with my business as well. I cannot even begin to tell you. And like I said, for me, this seems like such a silly framework, or you know, it doesn't seem like that big a deal, but people have come back and told me that this made a difference to their life, and I really wanted to share that with you as well. Now, of course, I do want to mention that when I first started implementing this framework, which was I think a few years ago, it was hard. I'm not gonna lie. It was a very conscious effort for me to say, okay, is this gonna give me peace of mind? Is this decision going to give me happiness? I mean, is this decision going to give me stability? Okay, and then of course coming up with the rules that I have that, you know, because at some point I definitely would have made, I don't remember it now, but I'm pretty sure at some point I would have made a decision where it added to 2 buckets but didn't add to 1, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, it's okay, let's go. And then I was like, oh, nope, let's add another rule there. So, you know, it was definitely a process, and a process that I've enjoyed, of course, as I always do. And, you know, coming up with this framework, it was very conscious in the beginning, but today it's very, very, very subconscious for me. It's very subconscious to a point where I just blindly trust it, and I have no questions, no thoughts. Even though the decision might be painful in the moment, I know that there is a logical approach. I know that it makes sense. I know that I am in alignment with my vision, and that is enough for me. And that itself, like, gives me so much more positivity and I think courage to make that decision, because not all decisions are going to be what you want, you know. Not all decisions, definitely not all decisions are going to be what you want in the moment, and sometimes what you want in the moment may not be in alignment with what your vision for life is. And when that clash happens between what your wants are and what actually you should have or allow into your life, then this framework works. It absolutely makes that decision for you. And I guess, you know, it takes the emotions out of making a decision. If I were to like give you a reason why this works, I think because there's like a step-by-step process, because there are rules, it takes the emotions out of the process. So when emotions are out of the equation, I think that like I said, I guess it becomes more logical in its approach, and I think that you start to emotionally detach from the solution that you get or the decision that you have to make, and then that gives you the courage to make it. Well, I don't know, I'm just analyzing this as I go, guys, as I go, okay? But if I were to think back, I think that this is why this framework works so well, and I really hope that it helps you with making better decisions that are in alignment with your life and your life's vision. Okay, I mean, it's definitely been a process. At one point I was doing like tick boxes and writing peace of mind, tick box, happiness, tick box, stability, and yes, you know, it's come to a point where it's very subconscious, and it amazes me how subconscious it is at this moment. And yes, of course, for the bigger decisions, I still do need to get a pen and a paper out and write down and stuff like that. But for decisions about, you know, my personal life and the smaller business decisions, I guess I would say yes, it's on clockwork right now. And having it on like a subconscious level has opened my mind to, like, I guess I wouldn't say opened my mind, I guess I would say freed my mind to make bigger decisions with ease. Yeah, because now that the smaller decisions, they have a framework, so they're like, psh, psh, out, you go out, you figure it out, you know what to do. The bigger decisions, I can take more time, I can figure it out. I'm not worrying about the smaller decisions in life, and I think that's how it has absolutely changed my life. I really want to hear your thoughts on this entire framework. I know it's very different. I know it's not something that's out there. It's something that I invented by myself. So we'll probably call it Prit's decision-making framework. I like the ring to it, okay? So let's call Prit's decision-making framework, okay? And yeah, let me know what you guys think. Try implementing it for a few days, okay? And come back to me. Let me know in the comments how it changed your life, how it has made, you know, you feel, because you definitely feel a lot more positive out of it, because you know that the decision that you're making is in alignment with your life, and it definitely fills you with so much positivity, so much energy, and I think it just gives you that strength and that courage and that I guess that motivation to keep living the life that you want, to keep being in alignment with the life that you want, because it's a conscious decision, guys. It is an absolute conscious decision. If you let go of the wheel just for a little bit, you're probably going to crash and burn, because the circumstances, I mean, I guess I would say the repercussions of every decision is actually pretty big. You might not realize it in the moment, but it does, you know, blow up, as I did with my analogy. And I hope I didn't embarrass myself on the internet, but I also hope that you understood what exactly I meant by it, okay? So yeah, I think I'll end this video right over here. I think it's a short one, I'm not sure. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for listening. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. If this video helped you, definitely do give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, because that tells you every single time I upload a video, and I do upload weekly videos on how to lead a more enriching life. And right at this moment, someone, my neighbor, has decided to wash their dishes, so that's probably what you're hearing in the background. I apologize for that noise. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna leave you be. So I hope you guys are staying safe, staying healthy. I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye!